Hello there, my name is Robert Brill. I am the founder and CEO of brillmedia.co. And in these really tough times, I put together a 71-page document answering the question, should we be marketing during economic downturns? The short answer is overwhelmingly yes, and it's supported by data from various research studies going back to the 1921 recession about companies that have taken the moment, the economic downturn of the time, and turned it into an opportunity to succeed and thrive long into the future. So if you want to understand how companies succeed, how they thrive, and you want the research that goes into the details of why that is, how that is, this is the document for you to be reading right now. You'll get for $30 a 71-page PDF. You will get access to our over 90-page slide version of the information and access to our webinar where we go into some detail, going into the top line views of the different ways that companies have succeeded in the past, how they can succeed now. And this is for business owners who are facing really tough decisions like I am. This is for any marketing firm who needs the details and research to compel their clients to do what's best for them. In a lot of those cases, what's best for those clients is to seize the moment and build thriving, massive businesses on top of lower overall advertising costs and a way to empathize and connect with consumers. So download below. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much. You don't need me to tell you that the last couple of weeks have been incredibly difficult around the world and in America. The economy is stalling. The Dow Jones is down anywhere between 25 and 33%, depending on the day. And jobs are being cut left and right. I'm a business owner. I operate brillmedia.co. We're an advertising firm. And as you might imagine, our clients a lot of them have stopped spending. And I faced a tough question a couple weeks ago. What should my clients be doing? Even if they stop spending, what's my advice to clients? So I did some research. And what I wanted to understand was what has happened in the past when marketers have faced dramatic, dire circumstances in the economy. So I looked at data going back to 1921. We looked at the Great Depression, looked at the 1970s oil crisis, looked at the Great Recession to really understand, did companies even spend money on marketing? Certainly they did, but how big was the cut? I wanted to understand if there were any opportunities that might be leveraged for companies who are facing bad situations. And what I found is that overwhelmingly, yes, companies that spend money to market during economic downturns have significantly better outcomes than companies who cut their marketing. And the reason for that, that I found in this research is that companies maintain bonds with consumers even during the downtimes. And even though consumers might not be buying today, they will return and buy. Even loyal customers, when they're going to be down with their spending, they still appreciate the connection that they have with brands. And certainly there's a lot going on in the world. Small businesses employ about 50% of total private sector employees. So it's critical for business owners to maintain, to subsist, to survive. And so this research that I put together goes into great detail about companies that have succeeded during economic downturns, companies that have changed the way we communicate, changed the way we eat, changed the way we live. And this research really goes into great detail here. So what you'll see here is this is one of 71 pages in this research report that I put together. And it talks about the Great Depression. So Post and Kellogg's were battling it out for the great cereal market in the 1930s. The idea was prior to consumers eating cereal, they were eating cream of wheat and they were eating oatmeal. Those were the two staples for morning breakfast. Post and cereal were battling it out. What happened in the Great Depression? Post slowed or stopped their spending, and Kellogg's increased. They doubled their advertising spend. And what happened? By 1933, profits increased almost 33% for Kellogg. And Kellogg had solidified its position as the staple provider of cereal in America. Now you fast forward almost 100 years, 90 years. What you have is Kraft, which owns Kellogg, is a $19 billion company. Post, through various acquisitions and spin-offs, is a $5 billion company. So in just one instance, you can see that a company that maintains a connection to a consumer has the opportunity to generate outsized sales and outsized profits. And that's just one example going back 90 years. Companies like Uber, Netflix, Lyft, Design Crowd, Smashburger, personalities like Grant Cardone and Gary Vaynerchuk, all leveraged opportunities during the Great Recession, the 2008-2009 financial meltdown, to grow massive hundreds of millions and billion-dollar businesses in a variety of different industries. The core thesis here is that as a business owner, I need to understand whether or not my clients should be spending money in advertising and marketing. I need to make a decision about whether I have the ability to exist into the future providing advertising and marketing services. And what this research shows me is that if done correctly, astutely, and in a way that respects and empathizes with the consumer, it is not only possible to survive in this very turbulent, unsure moment in American history, it's actually possible to thrive. And so what we're talking about here is a 71-page PDF with over 90 different links to different research studies and case studies from a variety of different sources, examples of marketing, examples of word of mouth, influencer marketing, advertising, screenshots of brands that have been doing well in the past, and brands that are currently deploying marketing efforts, taking into account the way the world is in March and April and May of 2020. The core idea here is I want to give you an example and a playbook for how you can take advantage of this moment, continue to feed your family, continue to feed your employees, continue to be of service to your community, and continue to serve your clients and your customers in a way that is relevant to the moment that we're living in, so that you can come out of this on the other side thriving and successful. The core idea here is that in times of change, there is opportunity if you know where to look. What we're doing in this guide is going through a series of sections that have cited research sources that identify exactly what you see on the screen. Number one, why you should be marketing. Number two, examples of how pressure develops innovation and that innovation is propelled by marketing. So stories of companies that have taken tough moments and done really well with them. In section 3, we talk about shorter stories of companies that I had mentioned in the past, like Smashburger, that have done really well to thrive when other companies went out of business. In section 4, we talk about the economic opportunities in today's environment. We talk about why messaging is important, how to message and be empathetic to your customer. In section 5, we talk in depth, in detail about whether or not you should be marketing and how you can market. And number 6, we go into detail about the brands that are marketing today. We talk about screenshots, we talk about the key messages, and all of this is organized so that you can take this information and number 1, make decisions about your own business, Number two, ask yourself with a decision tree that we have included in this document, whether or not you should be marketing and how you, and then how to deploy that marketing. And then number four, we wrap it all up and give you tips and tricks and ideas for how to turn your messaging around today so that it becomes very valuable to you and your customers, your family, your community, so that you can survive in this environment. Now, there's two levels here. Number one is free. We'll give you the introduction. We'll give you the executive summary, and we'll give you a condensed version of the slides so that you can have the information. That is free. What I find valuable is you may want to review those sources that I mentioned, the 90 different links. You may want to see the examples of articles, the examples of videos, the examples of the actual research that I cited. You may want to see that. And if you want to see that and get the 71-page PDF, get the over 90 pages accompanying presentation, you can get all of that for $30. And that's just a way of allocating a budget, a cost, an investment value for this research that we've put together. The use case is for businesses to help make better decisions, and for marketing companies, because I'm a marketing company, I understand the challenges that we all face, whether you're PR, press, publicity, strategy, creative services, etc. I want you to have the knowledge that I have so that you can go to your clients and tell them all the reasons why marketing right now is not only in their best interest, but it is the critical engine that will counter the economic challenges that we are all facing. This is a critical moment for all of us. And if we can rise to the occasion, innovate, and communicate that innovation in a way that is empathetic to the consumer, we won't only survive, we will thrive in this moment. And this is my contribution to all of us business owners and decision makers and leaders who have so many people counting on us. My hope is that you take this research, you grow your business, you market empathetically, you gain new customers and new clients, and you do so in a way that is relevant to the current moment so that when we come out of this, you are successful, you are thriving, and everything is going to get back to a new normal, and that you will succeed in that new normal. My name is Robert Brill. I'm the founder and CEO of BrillMedia.co. We're an Inc. 500 firm. We are the 7th fastest growing private company in California. And if you want to learn more about me, I host the LA Business Podcast. I write in Inc., Forbes, and various other trade and advertising publications. Thank you for watching. I wish you all the best. Talk to you soon.